Major funding for these broadcasts has been provided by grants from Capital One Bank, New York Community Bank, Eastern Consolidated, M&T Bank, Sterling National Bank, Meridian Capital Group, Customers Bank, Ariel Property Advisors, Dime Community Bank. Additional funding has been provided by AmTrust Title Insurance Company, AVR Realty Company, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Briarwood Organization, CBRE, Chase Commercial Term Lending, Chase Mortgage Lending, JP Morgan Chase, Citizens Bank, Colliers International NYC, Collins Building Services, CPEX Real Estate Services, Douglaston Development, Levine Builders, Flushing Bank, Friedman LLP, Handler Real Estate Organization, Handro Properties, Hodges Ward Elliott, Inc., Investors Bank, James D. Kuhn Real Estate Center at Syracuse University, Kilroy Architectural Windows, Madison Realty Capital, Matone Group, Mercantile Bank, New Banks, Newmark Knight Frank, Optimum Window Manufacturing Corp., People's United Bank, Rockefeller Group, Rosewood Realty Services, SJP Properties, Stonehenge Partners, TD Bank, Terra CRG, the Marinkoff Family Foundation, the Moynihan Organization, Moynihan Capital Partners, and these friends.
Beaumont, Texas? Houston, Texas? Trombone? Artist, sketcher? No, one day I'm in New York City. I like it. I'm one day, maybe one day. Engineering school? That may be interesting. Princeton, New Jersey? Princeton Packet? Opera singer? Syracuse University? Cantora? Cantor at a synagogue up in Utica, New York? Port Authority? Lucky guy on 9/11? Consultant? And also a gentleman. I have Fred Redd again. How are you?
I'm great.
So I did your life in about 42 seconds.
You did. That's amazing.
So tell me about your grandparents and a little bit about dad's side and mom's side.
Sure. On my dad's side, my great-grandfather was Thomas Jefferson Redd, and he was married to a lady named Elizabeth Hunter, whose first cousin was Ivory Joe Hunter, who was a musician. So my great-grandfather had Rufus Redd, right. Rufus Thomas Redd, who birthed my father, who was Freddie Redd.
You said you have Cherokee Indian? You have a combination of...
Right. On my dad's side, there's some Cherokee on that side of the family that's been passed through.
We have a picture of your mom and dad. How'd they meet?
They met after high school. They went to the same high school. She was a year older. She graduated second in her class, and my dad graduated valedictorian.
And this was in Beaumont?
This was in Beaumont, Texas.
Right. And tell me about what your dad did before he moved to Houston.
Well, he was an upholsterer, and he was working at a factory. And then he wanted to expand and move to a bigger city, and I think he was involved in a church that he wanted to attend in Houston. So he moved to...
Right, and the church has a lot of involvement in your life, in different aspects of your life later on.
Correct.
Okay, so you were born in Beaumont.
Yes.
And when do you move to Houston?
6 months later.
So tell me about growing up in Houston.
I was a happy kid. I loved playing outdoors. I was Boy Scouts. I was always an early drawer, sketcher. My dad was also a painter and also an artist type, and so I guess I inherited that. And we did lots of fun things as families. We go camping every year.
Now, you also mentioned that your dad had an arrangement, since he was a sketcher, with the local haberdashery guy? The suit, the tailor, right?
Yes.
Tell me that story.
He would barter with the tailor, and we would get...
You'd be the beneficiary.
I would be the beneficiary of tailor-made suits and clothing. And I just sort of took that for granted until I got older and realized, oh my God.
Now, but when did you get involved that you felt that you liked bridges and building, for your engineering and architectural involvement?
I think I started noticing that around like 6 or 7 years old, and I told my parents, I think I want to be an engineer. And they were like, okay, that's going to take a lot of math and science. And then I guess I kind of forgotten about that until later. I was in junior high school and I saw a sign to apply for a high school for engineering.
Right, so let's talk about that. You were in regular school and then there was a special program in engineering in Texas?
Correct, it was like a magnet school. They had high school for performing arts, which I didn't know that I was a performing artist at that point.
We'll get to that in a little while, right?
And then there was high school for engineering, which was just getting started.
Now, you said to me when you were growing up, you went to like a non-denominational church.
I did.
And you even, where certain of the Jewish holidays were
right.
celebrated?
We would keep Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, but we would call them different things. It would Day of Atonement and another name instead of Rosh Hashanah,
right,
and Passover.
But at that time, was your father and mother involved with singing in the chorus over there in the church?
They were, and I grew up singing hymns every week. So I guess that was vocal.
And what about Ivory Joe Hunter? What involvement did you ever know about him when you were growing up, or is it later on in your life?
It was just later on, like within the last year, when I found out that I was related to him, and then
now. For my audience, explain who Ivory Joe Hunter was.
Yeah, Ivory Joe Hunter was a prolific R&B artist in the 40s that wrote over 2,000 songs. As a pianist, he wrote R&B country. He wrote 6 songs for Elvis. And one of his famous songs is Since I Met You Baby. And I think everyone knows that song.
We won't let you sing it yet.
Okay.
Okay. So you're in this special engineering program, and what happens over there? It was a small school, you said, like 300 kids?
Right. And there I was just exploring, learning math and taking...
And you had that group with you and the buddies, the Gents?
Oh, the Gents, yes. It was sort of a social club. And again, I was just a silly, life-free, flowing person.
What would you do during the summers?
In the summers, it depends, but several summers I either went to the YMCA, and other summers, particular one summer I remember when I was 14, I went to Minnesota for a month.
Now, when did you come to New York? You said one summer you came to New York City?
Yes, that was when I was 13 years old, and I'll never forget it.
Tell me the story, because it was the Staten Island Ferry or something like that?
Yeah, very good memory. We had been to the Poconos vacation, and we decided, and there was another couple, decided we would drive into New York City, and first place we went, I remember going to Central Park. We went up and down downtown. We went all the way down to the Staten Island Ferry, got the ferry, went to the Empire State Building. We went to the Statue of Liberty, and at that point you could go to the Crown. And it was just so memorable, and I was like, wow, it would be really cool to live here.
So one day. So you graduated high school, what year?
79.
And how did you decide to go to University of Texas in Austin?
Well, it was a decision between Rice University, Duke, and University of Texas. And University of Texas it was an in-state school and had the best price tag.
So you go there, and how do you decide you wanted to be involved with engineering at this time?
Well, because I went to high school for engineering, and I knew that I wanted to do something related to engineering or an architecture. So I was a double major. And at that point, UT they were top 5 engineering schools in the country. So it was a really tough program. I had to really work hard.
Now, this was a 5-year program?
It was a 4-year program, but I was on a 5-year program because I was doing a dual degree, civil engineering and architectural engineering. And then they made me choose they changed the rules, and I had to choose one or the other.
So what year do you graduate from University of Texas?
83 in December.
And then you get a job in Texas originally?
I did, in Austin.
For an engineering firm?
For an engineering firm.
And how do you end up from Austin, Texas to Princeton, New Jersey?
Well, there was a oil bust in Texas in the mid-'80s, and so that forced me to move out of Austin. And for 3 months, I searched for a job, and I had 3 offers, one on the West Coast, one in Atlanta, and one in New Jersey, Princeton, New Jersey.
And the experience when you were 13, you said, now I'm going to finally reach over.
Right.
So what happens at Princeton? You're working for a consulting firm, an engineering consulting firm, and there's a newspaper called the Princeton Packet.
Correct.
Tell me that, because that changed your life.
That did. I had just moved there. It was 1986, and in that fall, I was reading the Princeton Packet in the back, and they had an ad for an audition for a chorus. And I said, well, that'd be cool. I could meet people, and I get to sing, and what could go wrong? So I auditioned, and I got in, and I started singing, and I think the first concert, it was just...
Now, this was an operatic group?
They sang variety, mostly classical, oratorio, and some opera, but mostly oratorio and art works. But we did do some opera choruses in Carnegie Hall that came a little bit later.
Now, while you're there, how do you end up at Juilliard?
Oh, so this is another long story.
Which you can tell me.
So the director, Principal Musica, told me, he's like, you really have a nice voice, but it's just not trained. And I started taking voice lessons, and the voice teacher was an opera singer from New York City Opera, and he's like, wow, you've really got a talent. And I auditioned, and I started taking classes at Juilliard, not in a sense just to become a better singer, just to become a better technician, just to learn more. And while there, I met Vincent LaSelva, who became my mentor. And one of the things, what's really interesting is that back in 1990, another recession had hit. I had bought my ticket to go back to Houston. And he told me, he's like, what the hell are you doing?
Going back to Houston.
He said, don't go back to Houston, stay here. I've lost plenty of jobs, stick it out. You've got something here.
Tell me about the operatic career, how it's grown, and that you've been on Carnegie Hall, right?
Correct.
Tell me about some of the performances.
So my first ever opera opportunity was I had a walk-on role in La Traviata. And later on, I would do the lead role. But when you're first starting out in opera, that's how you learn. You learn your craft. You watch what others are doing. So over time, my first lead role was actually was in Il Trovatore in Houston, Count de Luna, at the Herman Outdoor Theater. And then it just started snowballing after that, and just learning more roles, and eventually led me to my Carnegie Hall debut.
When was that?
2003.
In what?
Carmina Burana by Carl Orff, and it was 60-piece orchestra, 100 and something
and it was
chorus,
Carnegie Hall,
and it's main stage Carnegie Hall.
Now, how about Lincoln Center? When did you get there?
Well, with City Opera, I was there in 2001 in Porgy and Bess, but I had been there in Avery Fisher and other venues.
And today, where's the opera career? Because you have other careers. Let's talk about. I know that you're going to be performing at the Bergen Performing Center, I believe.
Yes, Bergen Performing Arts Center. I'm doing Ping in Turandot. And this is interesting because this is a shift from some of the roles that I normally do, because I'm a baritone, and a lot of my roles I'm the villain. And this role is sort of
comedic.
Yes, it's a change, and I'm gonna have fun with it.
What happens next in your career?
Going back to the business side, so I stuck it out. I started working for engineering firms, and then I started teaching at an opportunity presented itself to teach AutoCAD and some other engineering programs at NYU, continuing ed.
Right, and from there?
And then from there, I'm going to jump back because a lot of things were happening at the same time during that same year. I went to Italy in '96, and I was there about 8 months.
Doing singing?
Studying opera, was in several opera programs, learning the language, learning how to eat pasta. But it was great. It was a great...
Which later on, when the Ironman story, which we'll get
yes.
to. So you're doing that, '96. When do you start your own business?
I started my own business in 2003.
Okay, but that's after you went to Syracuse?
That was after I had taught at Syracuse.
How did you end up at Syracuse University being a teacher?
I applied for a position at Syracuse University's Utica College to be assistant professor of construction management. And I had no idea that I'd get it. I submitted my information, and they...
Right, because you only had a bachelor's at that time.
Right.
You didn't have your master's.
Right. And I said, what the heck? So I did it, and I interviewed...
What about the operatic opportunities in Syracuse? Were there great opportunities at that time?
There were. I did a lot of orchestral performances. I was teaching voice. I was also a cantor.
You said, if we go back to the period, you did go to this non-denominational church, okay? And you celebrated some of the Jewish holidays. How did you become a cantor for a couple of years up in Syracuse, Ithaca?
Because at the time, because I was singing and also teaching, was word of mouth. Someone told me, hey, they're looking for a cantor. Would you?
So you were the cantor. You were not part of the choir.
Right.
You were the cantor on every Saturday morning and all the high holidays?
Yes. I only did it for 1 year.
So how do you enjoy that?
I loved it. It was great. I was singing.
And this was what, a reform or
a reform?
Reform synagogue over there. So what happens next? Syracuse to New York.
I'm also taking some classes to study architecture. So what happened is the course, the program was changing, and I decided that I think I want to go back and see where my opera career could go. I don't know if I really want to do this, and see where that goes.
So you returned to New York.
Returned to New York.
Work for an engineering firm again?
Work for a project management consulting firm, which later led me to say, well, I could do this myself.
So in 2003, you start your own management consulting engineering firm.
Right.
And you're doing that. When do you go to RIT to get your master's?
That was in 2011.
Why did you decide that you felt you'd need an MBA?
Well, it was just something that I wanted to do, and I said, why not? And the fact that at that point, I was director at project at the Port Authority.
So let's talk about the Port Authority. When did you join the Port Authority?
2009.
And what was your role at the Port Authority?
I was director of the project management office.
Which means what?
That means that you create the framework for 100 engineers and 100 project managers of how to operate certain projects and programs in the Port Authority's $29 billion capital program.
But this is before 2009.
This was after
9/11.
9/11, correct.
But you were down in 9/11, you said.
Right, I was.
So who were you working? Were you working for the Port Authority at that time?
No, I was not. At that point, I was working for a consulting firm, and we were on the 30th floor of the South Tower.
So tell me the story about how lucky you were to get out of there.
I was very lucky. Normally I was in the South Tower by 8:30, and I would have definitely experienced the direct hit. But I had a fight with my girlfriend that day, and it made me late. And
so what time did you arrive?
I arrived like 3 minutes after the first plane had hit. I didn't know what was going on. It was just chaos, and I saw people jumping from the buildings, and it definitely.
How do you get the emotion to go on the subway? I mean, to go back on the subway?
Well, there were sort of crowds of people just looking up, and the second plane hit, and people were just standing there looking. And I said to myself, I need to get out of here. I don't know what's going on, but I don't trust the stability of these buildings. And so I'm literally wading through people to get to the subway.
So were you on ground or you were underground?
I was on the ground. I was above ground.
Above ground.
Right where the Century 21 building is.
Right. And so then you get down to the subway.
Subway, and I caught the last subway.
10 years later, how did you get the opportunity to sing at the memorial?
Well, when I started, before I even set foot in the Port Authority, people had Googled me, and they knew that I was an opera singer. So I was already doing events for the Port Authority. And then the 10th anniversary of 9/11 at the Newark Airport, they asked me to sing the national anthem. So and then when I shared with them that I was actually there that day, so it really reverberated with the crowd.
So now we have the opera singer working at the Port Authority. Then you decide to go back on your own, right?
Correct.
In the consulting business.
Right. We are expanding it to do management consulting versus just strict project
And that's Assai,
management.
what's the company?
Assai management. Assai. That word comes from the Latin root meaning to strive, but also a musical term is Assai means a lot of. So it has a kind of a double meaning.
So now let's talk about how you became an Ironman. I mean, explain to my audience what is an Ironman and how you became an Ironman.
Well, an Ironman is quite a feat. It requires you to do 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and a 26.2 mile run within 17 hours. And then there are cutoffs for each leg. For example, if you don't finish the swim in 2 hours, they pull you out of the water. So how did I get there? So if someone had come to me in 2011 and said, you're going to be an Ironman, I would have really laughed at them. But what happened was I was diagnosed with diabetes. I had high blood pressure, and I had sleep apnea. So, but it's funny, it was things that I should have been doing, and then it became a must when I went to try on a suit. And I looked horrible, and I couldn't take it, and the next day I joined the gym. Unbeknownst to me, as I was working out, a colleague from the Port Authority said, hey, there's this I see that you're swimming and you're running and you're on the stationary bike. Why don't you try this little sprint triathlon, just for fun?
So you did that for a little while.
I did that. And then that was only 400-yard swim, but it felt like 5 miles because I was really out of shape. So over time, I lost about 50 pounds 55 to date, but at that point, I lost in about a year about 40 pounds.
So how do you end up in Cozumel for your first Ironman?
Because I'm on a triathlon team, and that's a team event, so a lot of other triathlon team
That's
members.
based on age?
No, anyone can join at any level, and they have different age.
And how do you do it was last September or something like that?
Right. I finished in the top 13% across in my age group of all competitors.
And you're going to go back to that also?
I am also going to do it again because now I want to get within 10%, and then I'll be an all-world Ironman athlete.
So let's talk about the love of your life, a.k.a. Autumn. Okay, New Yorkers would call her Autumn. Tell me about Autumn.
Autumn Redd, Autumn Victoria Redd is a great name. She has singing ability. She has all the personality. She's a dancer. She plays the piano.
She's what, 10 years old or 11?
Will be 10 this year in 3 months.
You've had a varied career, and I'm really lucky, and I think the community is lucky that we have an opera singer, an engineer, a designer, and more important, a wonderful individual. And thanks for being here today.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show.